Drew Barrymore has always been one of the most candid celebrities when it comes to discussing her personal life, and in a recent episode of her popular talk show, The Drew Barrymore Show, she didn't hold back when the topic of dating came up. Sitting alongside her co-host Ross Mathews and special guest, Food Network personality Sunny Anderson, the conversation took a hilarious yet honest turn about the joys and pitfalls of modern dating. Ross kicked things off by reminding everyone that dating should, above all, be fun. A light-hearted activity where you go out, enjoy yourself, and not take everything so seriously. He shared his own positive experience, having tied the knot with his husband Wellington Garcia back in 2022, and encouraged others to keep that playful spirit alive. Drew, ever the relatable host, jumped in with her signature humor, admitting that the men she's been going on dates with seem to have completely forgotten that memo. She jokingly confessed to having a knack for attracting dates from what she called psychos.com, emphasizing that she's not exaggerating about her string of bad luck in the romance department. The audience erupted in laughter as Drew painted a picture of her dating mishaps, highlighting how frustrating and exhausting it can sometimes feel to navigate the world of relationships later in life. At 50 years old, Drew has lived a full and colorful life, from her early days as a child star in iconic films like E.T. to becoming a successful producer, actress, and mother, and her experiences have shaped her views on love and companionship in profound ways. That's when Sunny Anderson steered the conversation toward the idea of dating much younger men, specifically those in their 20s. She posed the question directly to Drew: had she ever given it a try? Drew's response was immediate and unwavering. She admitted that the very thought of it grosses her out completely. For her, crossing that age gap now feels entirely wrong, especially because she is a mother to two beautiful daughters, Olive and Frankie, whom she shares with her ex-husband Will Kopelman. The girls are currently 13 and 11 years old, and Drew explained that having children has shifted her perspective dramatically. What might have seemed adventurous or harmless in her younger years now feels inappropriate and out of bounds. Motherhood has brought a new level of maturity and responsibility to her life, making her hyper-aware of the dynamics involved in relationships, particularly those with significant age differences. Sunny, on the other hand, had a completely different take and wasn't shy about sharing her own experiences. She enthusiastically endorsed giving 20-somethings a chance, describing her past flings as absolutely fabulous. She recounted how, when she was in her 40s, she had some fun, no-strings-attached encounters before settling down with her current partner. Her guy was fully aware of her adventures, and she framed it as a carefree phase where expectations were low and enjoyment was high. Ross Mathews, always the curious co-host, pressed for more details, asking Sunny at what age she was when she was trying these younger men. She confirmed it was during her 40s and she recommended it wholeheartedly for those seasons of life when you're not looking for anything too serious. However, Sunny drew a clear line between casual fun and genuine dating. When it comes to real, meaningful relationships, her standards skyrocket. She explained that before even agreeing to a date, she needs to know where a potential partner stands on crucial issues, like politics, women's rights, including the right to make decisions about one's own body, and even their taste in television shows. For Sunny, these aren't just icebreakers, they're essential filters to weed out incompatibilities early on. She wants to know the deeper layers of a person's character right from the start, ensuring that time isn't wasted on someone who doesn't align with her values or worldview. Drew's openness about her dating life has become a hallmark of her talk show, where she frequently invites guests to share their own stories, creating a safe space for vulnerability and laughter. Over the years, she has discussed everything from her past marriages, 3 in total, including to Jeremy Thomas, Tom Green, and Will Kopelman, to her decision to embrace single life and focus on co-parenting and personal growth. Turning 50 has been a milestone for Drew, one that she celebrated with grace and self-reflection. She's spoken about how aging in Hollywood, particularly as a woman, comes with its challenges, but also with a sense of liberation. No longer feeling the pressure to conform to youthful ideals, Drew has leaned into authenticity, whether it's through her makeup-free social media posts or her honest conversations about mental health, sobriety, and parenthood. This particular exchange on the show resonated with many viewers because it touched on a broader cultural conversation about age gap relationships. In recent years, Hollywood has seen numerous high-profile couples with significant age differences, often with older men and younger women, but the reverse, older women with much younger men, still carries a certain stigma or curiosity. Celebrities like Kris Jenner, Madonna, and even Drew's own contemporaries have navigated similar discussions, but Drew's stance stands out for its firmness rooted in her role as a mother. She acknowledges that what works for one person might not work for another, as evidenced by Sunny's contrasting enthusiasm, but for her, boundaries are clear. Parenthood changes everything, Drew has said time and again. Her daughters are her priority, and she strives to model healthy relationships and self-respect for them. Dating someone close in age to her kids would blur lines that she's not comfortable crossing. It's a personal choice, one influenced by her journey through divorce and rebuilding her life as a single mom. Drew and Will Kopelman have maintained an amicable co-parenting relationship, often spending holidays together as a family for the sake of their children, which speaks to her commitment to stability.